Don't get me wrong, like I'm a caretaker and I'm going to cook for you and all those kinds of things, but not because you expect it, not because you want it.
You have to date the puppies in order to get the proper attention you need.
She didn't mean 21 and younger. You niggas love to try to get status behind your predatory action.
After them young boys smash you and go around the block with you a couple of times, you start stalking them.
Why are y'all dragging Tracee Ellis Ross through the mud?
That I'm going to be the prize on your arm and be that thing. Fly like an eagle every day.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Now, I got to get into this thing. I actually talked about Tracee Ellis Ross. I believe it was last year. I spoke about how Kevin Samuels saw her downfall, but all men saw her downfall, right? And the wild thing, it's a downfall that even Kevin Samuels spoke about, and men have been talking about in the manosphere for the longest time. It's finally happened. Let's get into this.
Younger men.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, what is this about?
Yeah.
Because I want a partner. And so often, and it's not just that I'm older, I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous?
There's that.
There's that. But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession or whatever those things were, or prize I have no interest in it, and I will not do it again. I have dated men my age. There is a difference. There is an openness that occurs with a younger man around whether it's gender fluidity or not even having an issue with homosexuality. I mean, something as basic as that there's times where I'll be, sitting across the table from somebody and just like, what did you just say? Yeah, this is not a match. And I have long been past the age where I feel like it's my job to teach somebody or grow them up. That I'm not interested in. So, but it's interesting. I mean, there's so many different philosophies on dating. And I have come up with mine. I have come up with what works for me and what makes sense for me and what feels safe for me.
Now, everybody knows what that is. You saw when she said toxic masculinity. So what is she championing and led the way and actually kind of raised the generation of females, right? Every female from millennial, Gen Z, all the way down to Gen Alpha nowadays, right? Are being led by her. She's a Gen Xer who kind of got wind of feminism first wave, right? And the sad thing is, this is the end of it. Single and lonely in your 50s and come across like you're winning, right? To paint the picture for females out here, young females. And the sad thing is they're all looking up to her saying, you did it. Go, girl. I want to live life like her. She's not happy. She openly admits it too. She's not happy at all. But take a look at this.
No, in all seriousness, for real. Why are y'all dragging Tracee Ellis Ross through the mud? Because she said her preference is younger men. What is wrong with that?
She'll be my sugar mama.
You don't understand.
Please, I need y'all to help me understand what's wrong with it. She didn't say teenagers. She said men younger than her, which means under 50. That could be a 30-year-old. That could be a 35-year-old. That could be a 40-year-old. What is wrong? What is wrong with it? I just, for real, if you feel like she's wrong for having that preference, and that she's wrong to say that the men in her age bracket are wrapped up in their toxic masculinity, then please tell me in the comments why you think that is. Because at the end of the day, people in her age group are stuck in their ways. They were raised in that era to where they have toxic masculinity of trying to be controlled. And that woman says she don't want to be controlled. She just wants a partner and somebody to enjoy her time with. You know what I'm saying? And
that partner, enjoy my time with, match my energy. It's not even something that's old school. What's happened, what you ladies have to see, is that played out into this generation. So now you have these young females saying the same thing as her. And what are they saying about us at this day and age? There's a reason why I made the choices I made. Men want an equal. What do I mean by that? We don't want an equal as far as equal to what we're doing, matching our income. So that's what she wants. She wants to be independent. When that song came out, all my ladies independent, she was on my girlfriends, showing independent lady lifestyle. What kind of show do you think that was? My girlfriends. And what was the man saying on Girlfriends? What did that man say on Girlfriends all the time? He wasn't a toxic masculinity dude at all. I gotta look up some of the things he said. Like, oh yeah, these women nowadays. He was saying it back then. I wonder, when did that show end? I gotta look it up. 1 second. When did Girlfriends end or start? Because he's been saying it then. This was back in 2000, right? It started in 2000 and until 2008. So everything the man was saying from 2000 to 2008. So this has been a problem for the longest time. And the same things that happened on that show is still happening now. So the man who wrote that show, who wrote that script, I guess he was toxic masculinity? Or does that look like the early version of the Manosphere? You tell me.
Reverend Tracee Ellis Ross said that she dates younger. Here's why. So I was on the phone with the guy, and we just started talking, and the vibes were strong. Like, it was really going well. And so, we were being upfront, talking about other people that we were seeing, and he was asking me questions about, someone else that asked me out, etc. And so he was telling me about the young lady that he was talking to. He seems like kind of interested. When I say kind of, like, not strong interest. And he told me, that she called him like several times. And I was like, oh, well, you don't believe in calling, first, because I just thought it was odd that she just keeps calling you. And he was like, I don't know what she's doing during her day, and I don't want to interrupt her day, and like all these reasons. And so I was like, okay. And somehow it got back to me, and I was like, well, to me, that's just a lack of interest. And so if you're not reaching out, man pursues what he wants and he goes after what he wants. So, I take your lead. I don't pursue men. I, go by, your lead. And that triggered him greatly. And this man went ballistic, and he told me that he hasn't had to pursue women. This man's almost 60 years old. He's almost 60 years old. Tell me he doesn't have to pursue women, that, he's been told that he's handsome, but even though he doesn't see it, women pursue him. And he said a lot of other stuff. I blanked out at that point in time, because I told him, I was like, well, that's not good. And he just went on and to tell me how he was a heterosexual man, so that's why Tracee dates younger men. That's why, because this was the dumbest.
From what she explained and also what Tracee explained, right? Because Tracee, she said one thing. She said, a guy that's okay with homosexuality. Now, of course, I think all men are okay with it somewhat. But from what you ladies are saying, and also what was created from back then, the echo chambers have yelled loud. You're doing it now. Tracee's doing it now. What do they do? It's kind of like when guys say, you raise these dudes to be soft, or when a man is in a home, the child doesn't grow the same way as when a man's in the home. But that's what you ladies have done to the entire society. The guys that pat you on the back are doing the same thing. Tracee has them. You guys have them. The guys say, oh, yeah, I support feminism. Patting you on the back. And there's guys that have interviews with Tracee, patting her on the back. Why? Because who's running the networks? Take a look at this.
I'm at this phase of my life where I only want the best for me. The best. The best job, the best mental health.
Stress.
I want to travel the world. I want to eat good food. I want to try new things. And I want nothing but positive energy and positive people around me. And even that, if that.
So this just seems positive. Her solo traveling, going around the world. I'll tell you what, right? Because girls that travel, they have a name that men call them something, right? You see it all the time. You see guys that are French. They say, I think American women are easy. Or guys from other countries, I think American women are easy. Or guys always want to sample it. Do you think that's because they're experiencing females that travel? The fact that she dates younger men, and she's been traveling since she was in her 20s. I'm just calling it how I see it. This is not toxic masculinity. You have to know that. I don't believe in that. Right? What I believe in is calling it straight. And what's happening now is that's what men are doing. That's what men have always done. Right? Men are finally paying attention. And it's being called out. But take a look at this.
That means cutting off the toxicity.
See? Cutting off the toxicity.
I wish more women knew that not seeing the life that we thought we would have come to fruition is actually grief. Tracee Ellis Ross just named that particular type of grief. She said that she often finds herself mourning not being partnered and not having children. That type of grief hits very differently, right? You're not missing someone who left, okay? You're missing someone who never even showed up. You're grieving someone who was never even born. And I find it so fascinating because being single in this society is such a double-edged sword, right? On one hand, it is glamorized. It's soft life, me era, solo travel vibes, all the things. And then on the other hand, it's stigmatized, quietly judged, like there has to be something wrong with you, which we know that that's not the case, right? But the craziest part is that for this type of grief, there is no ritual. There is no funeral or memorial service like when we lose somebody in the physical realm. There is no divorce party when you finally leave that man. No outpouring of love and gifts and support when you miscarry a child. There is no closure. Even as a friend, I've had to check myself, right? Because my instinct is to fix it, to throw a solution at it, to cheerlead, to play matchmaker, and make sure that they know that they are so much more than being someone's wife, being someone's mother. But real support is just sitting in it, sitting in the discomfort. It's to say, I see you. Not necessarily, oh girl, be patient, he's coming when the time is right, because that's not necessarily the case either. Because here's the truth, being partnered does not guarantee you won't be lonely. Shout out to Cecilia Regina and her Lonely Wife series. If you know, you know. So maybe the real life, the real glow up is in learning to grieve what never was, what never might be, and still learning to build a beautiful life anyway.
Y'all love to get on this internet acting fucked up twos. She didn't mean 21 and younger. You niggas love to try to, get status behind your predatory actions. She made 35, 40, and she's 55.
Well, she didn't say an age. And I don't think if she came across a younger guy that was in his 20s, she just said, oh, no, I got to go older. I need 30. It doesn't make sense because you ladies don't physically know her in real life, right? We got to stop doing this. You ladies don't know her. And it's not wrong if an older man wants to date a woman of age. You got to stop tit for tatting. That's what these ladies are doing. Tit for tat, tit for tat. How about we call it even down the middle, right? If she dated an 18-year-old guy, I have no problem. But I will say this. She wants an older guy. Most definitely. And you ladies have to face facts.
Ellis Ross speak, do whatever she's doing in the world. I just feel everything that she says in my soul. I feel like I'm looking at myself 20 years from now. From the fact that she loves fashion, from the fact that she's been traveling solo since she was 23, 24, like she said. Same here. And she's been doing it nonstop. From the fact that she doesn't feel the need to conform and to...
You know what all of these ladies see? A lot of them are single now. They're headed towards that same lifestyle she has. They see it as winning. All because she says, I'm fine. She wears a well. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm all right. All of these ladies look forward to it. Yeah, I got that job. I can't get a man because men don't want that. Tracee Ellis Ross is doing it.
Society's ideals of what she should be, of what a woman, a black woman, a middle-aged woman should be doing and should be at this point in life. She doesn't conform to that. She just lives to be herself and to be happy. Every time I see her through a screen, it just screams authentic. It screams genuine, and it screams, I will not allow anybody to take me out of myself and my true being. And
okay, all right. So we see that. Right? She has all of you ladies confused. But this is what's really happening.
You know what I mean? Like, I always say to people, like when it comes to dating, one of the things I'm like, you can't think that I'm going to be the prize on your arm and be that thing where in my life I get to fly like an eagle every day.
Someone call a search party because these TikToks are lost in Delulu land.
And be as big as I want to be, and as small as I want to be, and as sexy as I want to be, and as like to do all this, and then I'm gonna cook it, like, you know. And don't get me wrong, like I'm a caretaker, and I'm gonna cook for you, and all those kinds of things, but not because you expect it, not because you want it,
just because that's part of who you are.
You're not gonna put me in a box and just be a little thing over here. Like I'm a full planet.
Does that make dating hard?
You're a solar system.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm a solar system.
Yeah, I don't think you're a planet.
What are they doing? Guys, they're part of the agenda, right? They're part of the agenda. They're in the media. The media's job, I have to tell you what's happening. The media's job is to push feminism. It's theism. And what do I say about theisms? It's pushed by what ism? They're part of the media, right? And you have to pay very close attention to these different networks that are interviewing her. They put her on television show to make you look good. My girlfriend, a whole career. They've been molding her and shaping her, feeding her mental, leading her this way, so she can do what? Deceive the masses. And who are the masses? The girls that are making these videos. But you know what happened? You saw in the show, Girlfriends. What was the black man saying? Oh, well, you know, you always, all you girls, I got to find some of the things he was saying. So I guess that show was a toxic masculinity show. That's what Reggie, whatever his name was, I forgot. I think that was his name, represented on the show. Toxic masculinity from a whole bunch of single females. She lived girlfriends out for the rest of her life. By design.
I'm a solar system.
Yeah.
And I don't know that it makes dating hard. I don't know. I mean, I've dated younger guys.
There we go.
And that's been interesting. And then sometimes it's not. I mean, it's individual. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always individual.
Men my age often, I don't know. I think it's individual. Every guy is different. I will tell you.
Finish your sentence first.
No,
your age.
no, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it.
No, because she can't say it's all men her age, because men come in different aspects. Like, I'll give you an example. How she said, I like to have fun and I'm goofy. I'm 45 years old, and I act like a young kid by design because I'm goofy. There's some 55-year-old men, 60-year-old men that are goofy as well. You guys understand what I'm saying, right? So if you can't find one, if that guy's not that, go and date another man. Why weren't you able to do that in your life? At some point, I had a certain age, I said, okay, I got to crack down and find mine. Right? You were too busy making the money. Be honest with yourself.
But what I will say is there are really great guys out there. I'm not one of those women who's like, I don't know, ain't nobody. Like, I don't agree with it. I think there's really great guys out there. I think my thing is, think of how many people I know like me. Not so many. So maybe it'll take some time for me to meet the person that's a match for me. I don't know.
But I found it interesting that she was willing to define her entire life through one lens alone, when every other metric, and I mean every other, she's in shape, she's healthy.
But you know, I've done speeches about this.
Really?
Oh yeah. But that's societal. She's pushing up against a societal norm and a cultural and a patriarchal. and misogynistic norm that is you, even if you don't know that's what you're fighting against, that's what you're fighting against.
The thing that defines your value as a woman.
Yeah.
Who wants you?
Yeah.
So the patriarchy is what you're fighting against. You know, guys, I've said this for the longest time, right? The patriarchy, the natural order of things. And I said like this, because she said in the past, there were some men that were older, and they were like this, go find somebody else. You can't use patriarchy. Because as you said, you corrected yourself from that interview. I know what you just did. You're media trained. You corrected yourself. You said, wait a minute, there's no excuse. So I can say, no, that's not right. Because it's not right. Because there's older, goofy men that got money, all kinds of men. There's always a man. There's somebody for everybody. There's always a man for you. Why couldn't you find him though? You didn't have enough time because you were traveling around the world. Men talking to you, so he's like this, he's like that. Or maybe all you can find, that's all you had in your circle because you want someone that's rich too, right? Or maybe you find someone that's not rich, that's younger, and just sleep with him. You didn't have your mindset on finding a man. And you say you didn't. It's that. Men have seen his downfall for the longest time. It's the downfall of most modern women. You're their leader. You know, like the Alien show? Hi, I'm your leader. I'm your leader. Follow me. That's her. The modern woman leader.
Oh, damn.
And I won't subscribe to it. I don't. My life is wonderful. And it does, and I experience loneliness and all of it, and I want a partner. And I might not find one. Well, I don't know. You know? And
all right, so she's lonely. She said it right there. And she wants a partner, and she might not find one. We know. We know. We know. Why? Because the man has to have it. And the men that have it are patriarchal. You expect a man that's worked and got the bag to, that's what she wants. To be fluid and no hope for a lot of y'all. It's over. And they're taking the route she's taking. And we're gonna have more. We're gonna keep seeing it with more and more females. As I'm reacting to this video, I was gonna put a clip in here where a female that showed this video saying, "Oh, you know, she got married to a man and got divorced from a man." It's like, I saw that. The female that this video, whose video this is, she's talking about that. Divorcing a man or leaving a man, like, come on, they don't do that here.
Oh, because men who sleep with men are making laws that put power. Now you can go around and young boys and brag on it and think ain't nothing wrong with them. But when Corey went on Cam Newton's show and said, young broke, I was in the world. Huh, Tracee? Tracee Ellis Ross, we heard you. I mean, we finna go into it. We about to get your ass, Jaja Binks. We about to get your ass. Somebody said it, so now I can say it.
Yeah.
How you At the car, I'm like, oh, see where they come, brother. She's straight.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it wasn't
He didn't choose you. He didn't choose you. These were your prime years when you was passed out to ball who got options to choose a woman who was virtuous. None of them chose you. So now, at 52, with your arrogant ass, you dating the puppies of the hood. Let me tell you something. These broads out here, especially the older ones, 45 and up, I'm gonna go that high, 45 and up, they good with dogs and elderly people, or they might mess with somebody who's young and impressionable, because that way they can be held up as they pretend themselves to be. But when you're around a man is gonna call you for who you are. Man, I don't give a fuck if you're Tracee Ellis Ross. Tracee Ellis Ross can get it, and like Kevin Samuels said about her a long time ago, walk down the street with that bitch.
She's 52. Somebody was saying 60.
It don't matter how old she is. She can get it and walk down the street with her. Even though right there she looked tripped out to me.
She looked just like somebody I know.
That's crazy right there.
Oh, wait.
That's that face. Oh my God. I'm just keeping it real. You have to date the puppies in order to get the proper attention you need, because they need you. You got bread, you got things that will keep them interested in you, but this is what happens. After them young boys smash you and go around the block with you a couple of times, you start stalking them. You're gonna feel like that young boy owe you something. You're not gonna be happy. Don't no young boy who got his life ahead of him. You can't have no baby at 52. What you doing with a young boy? You stealing from his future.
You talking about she's snatching his soul?
She's stealing from his future. What is he doing with her besides smashing? And she's gonna be like, no, you're my boyfriend.
No.
We already know.
Oh.
This is how it go when them older women get a younger guy, they want to possess them. Them older women with younger guys, they ain't just saying, oh, I'm just out here getting smashed. That don't sound respectable. You can get it now. Don't think she can't get it. All you older women, Michelle Obama could get it, but I wear rubber with her, because I know she sleep with old boys. It's dookie all up in her womb. I guess this is why people be like, man, you crazy, boy, you crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, what can I say? It's her and Michelle Obama talking. You see what I'm saying?
Man.
Michelle Obama womb got dookie in it. Flat out. There's dookie in there. We already know. The streets know.
He said she got dookie in her womb. But he said the same thing I said, right? The older guys are going to call it like it is. And it's not the patriarchy. Well, from where you're from, what you represent, I guess to you, it's the patriarchy. But it's a sad situation. But yeah. Tracee Ellis Ross, the time has come. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to subscribe, support the channel, hype the channel, all that good stuff. Peace out. See you next video.
The Iceman is coming!
Winter is here.